Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Time Sports. Vanderbilt Catholic does it again. State champions again, number 16 for the Lady Terriers as they go out to Sulphur and win the Division II Select Softball title. Let's get some highlights from out there in Sulphur. Early in the game, Vanderbilt at bat. St. Charles Catholic shortstop can't come up with it. Nice running by the Lady Terriers, but then St. Charles Catholic boots it just a little bit. They throw it around. And that leads to an early run for the Lady Terriers. Lady Comets probably have a little jitters in this game early on. Vanderbilt with another opportunity to score, and they do just that. It is thrown away by the third baseman. So that puts the Lady Terriers in the lead early in this one in the first inning, 2-0. But St. Charles Catholic wouldn't go away in this one, and Vanderbilt sort of returned the favor just a little bit. Young lady who was actually at first base is going to score all the way from there at the throw that got away from both the infield and the outfield of Vanderbilt Catholic, 2-1. Again, we're in the third inning of this game. And St. Charles Catholic on a really pretty slap goes ahead in this one. That run is going to make the score 3-2 with the Lady Comets taking the lead. We got us a ball game. This is in the fourth inning. But boy, as the Terriers have done all year long, they don't flinch. They're going to score a couple of runs right here. They're going to get right back in it and take the lead in this one, 4-3, again in the fourth inning. And then we move on, and they're going to add some insurance runs. Now, look, you saw a runner at third base. She is going to score, unfortunately, for the young lady who just hit that wall banger. She can't get back quite in time to second base. She is going to be out. Nonetheless, there was a run scored there. The Lady Terriers are up 5-3 at this point. They're going to add a couple of more insurance runs. You need all the runs you can get because obviously St. Charles Catholic can score some runs. They had a good game against E.D. White, actually, to get to this point. So the Terriers up 7-3 at this point. St. Charles is going to score a couple of runs. This is late in the game, trying to make it very competitive, but the defense of Vanderbilt Catholic just too good. You're going to see the last two outs of the game here. One is a terrific play by the shortstop who zips it over to first base. And that's out number one. So all it takes is one out, 16th state championship in the history of the program, probably the most lauded program in the history of softball in the state of Louisiana. They get it there. Congratulations to the Vanderbilt Lady Terriers. They are your state champs with a 7-5 win over St. Charles Catholic in Sulphur this weekend. Congratulations to those young ladies. There you see a team picture of them at the very end of all of the ceremonies that happened after the game. We were fortunate. We caught up with Coach James Spearman. He talks about the success of the Lady Terriers.
We fought hard all the way through. We normally dominate on the mound. Today, we had a little trouble finding the zone, but when we had to put the ball a little bit more on the plate than normal. But even when we went down, this team just keeps on fighting. So they play with confidence, and they have done that all year. Our pitching is stellar. Our catching is stellar. Our whole offense, they do their job. And if you noticed, even the girls that was in the dugout that was not on the field were hooping and hollering and just having a good time, rallying their team on to victory. We almost got 3 because Buckeye had beat us 3 years ago in the finals, and then last year we won it in the finals against Buckeye, and then this year we win it again. But this is Sweet 16. This is the 16th title, and we normally win it every other year, so it's sweet to have one back-to-back. The program knows how to win. We've been fortunate to have good coaches, really good talented players, and here it comes. I can feel it. So you want to get your mic?
Coach James Spearman, what a good coach. He and Margaret Johnson, who is back there doing this, are a terrific tandem. That is a terrific program. And here's a little secret. Well, it ain't much of a secret. They're going to win it next year too, folks. I mean, it's tough to do, but they know how to do it, and they didn't have a senior on that team. They're going to be back there next year. Very, very special season for the Vanderbilt Lady Terriers. Would be remiss not to talk about Assumption High School, too. First time ever Assumption ever goes to Sulphur. They make it to the state championship in Division II non-select. Assumption had a bye, and there you see them work their way through. They defeated Pearl River, they defeated North Vermilion, and then they defeated a really good Bruley team, and that was while they were in Sulphur to get them into the state championship. But unfortunately, they lose to North DeSoto in the state championship game. Remember, North DeSoto was the #1 seed in all of this. If I'm not mistaken, final score there was 6-5. I do know this. It all happened at the bottom of the 7th inning when North DeSoto pulled off a suicide squeeze to score that last run in a walk-off fashion to win the state championship. But I got to tell you, what a terrific year for Assumption. To Hodge, Thibodeau, and his staff there at Assumption, congratulations. Consider this: Vanderbilt Catholic, Assumption, Lutcher, and E.D. White, 4 teams all in the same district, were all in the semifinals through the finals for that district. It's the best district in the state of Louisiana. There's no doubt about that. And I think we're going to see some more champions from that district next year. What a great year it was. We'll be back with more HTV right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.